According to reports circulating in entertainment circles, tensions between George and Amal came to a breaking point during what should have been a moment of vulnerability and support. George Clooney, known for his charm and humor, had been admitted to the hospital for health-related issues. While most would expect such a moment to bring a couple closer, insiders claim it did the opposite. Amal, who has always prided herself on her dignity and moral high ground, reportedly reached her limit with George's behavior. Instead of being the comforting wife by his side, Amal was seen visibly upset, and sources suggest heated exchanges echoed behind the closed doors of the hospital suite. Fans are now asking, what could have possibly happened in such an intimate and serious setting that triggered Amal's inability to forgive? For years, George and Amal Clooney embodied the ideal of glamour meeting intellect. Their marriage was not just about Hollywood glitz. It was about humanitarian missions, political influence, and raising twins in an environment shaped by values and class. However, even the most admired unions can hide struggles. Reports of George's restless lifestyle and Amal's demanding career schedule have long fueled whispers of conflict. Amal has often been described as focused, principled, and at times, stern, while George's playful personality sometimes veered into territory she couldn't tolerate. What seemed to be harmless differences in character have apparently deepened into irreconcilable divides. One of the most shocking allegations surfacing from this collapse involves whispers of infidelity. While no concrete evidence has emerged, Hollywood insiders suggest Amal confronted George about inappropriate behavior or connections that crossed the boundaries of their marriage. If these rumors are true, Amal's inability to forgive becomes much clearer. For a woman whose reputation is built on ethics, loyalty, and standing up for what is right, betrayal may be the ultimate breaking point. This alleged revelation in the hospital room may have been less about health and more about truth finally bubbling to the surface. Eyewitnesses and insiders close to the Clooneys claim George has been left devastated by the turn of events. From being one of Hollywood's most admired bachelors to settling down with Amal in what seemed like the perfect love story, George has always portrayed himself as a man deeply in love with his wife. To see that image crumble in such a dramatic and public way is said to be breaking him emotionally. While Amal reportedly left the hospital in visible frustration, George was left behind, both physically vulnerable and emotionally shattered. For Amal Clooney, this collapse is not just about her personal heartbreak. It's about protecting her dignity and setting an example for her children. Friends close to Amal say she has been deeply conflicted, torn between love and principle. On one hand, she values the years she's built with George, raising their twins and maintaining a public image of elegance. On the other, she cannot ignore actions that clash with her core values. Her inability to forgive is not seen as coldness but as a reflection of her strength and conviction. The news of this collapse has sparked an emotional reaction worldwide. Fans who once admired the Clooneys as the ultimate power couple are now processing disappointment and sadness. Social media has exploded with hashtags, sympathy messages, and debates. Some blame George for not appreciating Amal's devotion, while others argue that Hollywood marriages are often doomed under pressure. Many are also expressing support for Amal, praising her courage to stand firm in her principles even in the face of heartbreak. So what does the future hold for George and Amal Clooney? Divorce rumors are swirling at full speed. Legal experts speculate that if Amal chooses to move forward, it could be one of the most high-profile and expensive separations in Hollywood history. With shared assets, properties across the globe, and the question of custody for their twins, the road ahead looks incredibly complicated. George may try to win Amal back, but sources suggest she has already begun emotionally preparing for life without him. Whether reconciliation is possible remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. This marriage has reached a dangerous crossroads. Even if George and Amal ultimately part ways, their story will be remembered as one of Hollywood's most fascinating romances. From their whirlwind courtship to their lavish Venetian wedding, they gave fans hope that true love could thrive under the spotlight. Their combined influence, George in the entertainment world and Amal in international law, made them a force to be reckoned with. What do you think? Should Amal forgive George and try to rebuild their marriage? Or is this the final chapter in the Clooney love story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on your favorite celebrities.